Hello, Mr. Gray. Are we ready for some more walkings? Yep, we're on our little walk here in the woods. We're about halfway done. He's been walking with me. He's my little walking buddy. Him and his brother and his mom, believe it or not. They're all great for walking. Isn't that right, Mr. Gray? We're just walking along the creek here and still in the city, but naturey enough. Alright, well now that Mr. Gray is caught back up again and decided to take a little break in the sun. You're so precious, Mr. Gray. We're going to continue on our little walk. It's after 6 o'clock on a Friday. Everybody's starting their weekend, so there's a lot more traffic than normal. Otherwise, you'd hear a lot more nature. Unfortunately, years past, people throw trash in the creek, and I don't know if that's a deep freezer or what, but it's in there pretty good. There's another one there. And it's a shame too. This is a beautiful area. There's all these ferns. This here is a trillium. Let me see, where is it? Okay, there's my camera. This is a trillium. This one doesn't have a flower on it. I'll find one that does. But you see all the ferns here, literally just everywhere. And all along this path, all along this bank, you see them here. They're still unfurling. But that's what they look like. And then the leaves roll out and spread out to look like that. And as you can see, they're all along the bank here. Both sides. Here's some more right here. They are quite fascinating plants. From this to this, it's just, nature is amazing. And I know a spot where they've got some trilliums, and they're just growing wild out here in the nature. We're headed to that spot now. I'm looking to see if I see any along the way, so I don't have to go as far. Oh. I thought there was some right around here somewhere. We're pretty high up here. This is about, I'd say 12, 15 feet up. Alright, we're gonna go through this way. I do believe it is. Look at all these ferns. Isn't that just beautiful? See them all over here. Cross over, and there's more down here. Like, the amount of ferns around this creek is, it's amazing. First of all, just the number, but then the beauty of them is a little extra bonus. More of the creek. Nice pretty bunch of daffodil right there. Pretty patch of green. And here we are. There's a spot with all the trilliums. Here's one. And here's a bunch. Just beautiful flowers. Mr. Gray trying to get some attention. Huge leaves, see here? Big leaves here. Little bitty small ones here. Various sizes, various ages, of course. Beautiful, beautiful plants. Here's a nice tall one right here. See if we can peek inside. Okay. We're down here on this side. And it just kind of go down the bank a little bit. More ferns over here, older ones. And Mr. Gray just being a cat. Okay, Mr. Gray. Let's head home. Yes, I'm fluent in cat. For those of y'all that didn't know. Nice little cluster of them there. One over here. And as we walk back, you'll see a few more ferns down there that still need to unfurl. Now we're going to take a little higher trail back this time, just slightly. I wanted to show you this bunch of trilliums here and here. Just nice little areas. It'd be perfect for putting a little flower pot if you did that. I try to leave nature as nature is. And I always try to leave it better than what I found it. You know, it could be one piece of trash. It could be something out of the creek. It could, you know, I could move a limb if I see it's on an animal trail or something. If I go camping, I always make sure my stuff is picked up. I bury my ashes. Take out my trash, and I try not to burn any plastics, you know. Like paper can decompose, but my plastics, I try to take those out with me. Unfortunately, this isn't my property, and some of this stuff is really big around here. This guy works on diesel engines. He's been doing it for years. 30, 40 years, maybe 50, I don't know. But big trash laying around. But I come out here and I walk with the cats and enjoy the nature, usually during the day when there's not so much traffic. I'll just come out here and watch the creek, pet the cats. More ferns. Ferns galore, just everywhere. A lot of new growth. You see a lot of them sprouting up here, that bright green, whatever you want to call it there. Beautiful plants, truly are. They've been growing back here for years out in the wild. This is the way back home. And I usually like to get to the top of the hill and make sure all my pets are close by, which they usually are. Well, the cats are anyway. The dog, she tends to be everywhere. You know how dogs are when they have their freedom. Mr. Gray, let's head home. Let's head into the sunset. It's that time of day. I gotta say, there's something magical about a sunrise and a sunset. Something about that light. During the day, yeah, sunlight is good for you, but there's something about that morning sun. Something about seeing that beautiful sunset at night. It just, it does something special to you. Alright. Oh, we're not going to watch that. He's doing his little business here in the woods, and he might just be an animal, but we'll still give him the respect of privacy for that. And here we are at the creek closest to my house. So, we're going to wrap it up once I cross here. Bloop. Oh, look. There's some new growth fern right there. It just needs to unfurl. A little water flow right here. And a great Mr. Gray. Oh, he's ready to go. All right, Mr. Gray, we're done. Let's go home. I hope y'all enjoyed that little walk with me. I know I probably talked more than some wanted and not as much as others wanted. But it's good enough. I figure a little over 20 minutes is fine. But that's my little nature walk in the woods with Mr. Gray. Just relaxing and enjoying some alone time in nature. And with that, 30 seconds of nature.